What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 15 of This is Boston Baseball Podcast, brought to you by B Clutch Sportswear. We are back for episode 15. We got another great show for you. We know we're competing with the Oscars right now, so hopefully you shut them off and you're tuned in to us right now. We got a couple special guests we're going to bring in momentarily. Jackson Condon and Anthony Maccarrone, two young ball players, managers of the East Coast Doves in the new Boston Baseball Association, the BBA, the league that Omar has started. We got, once again, lots of baseball to talk about. I know Jackson has a story he wants to tell, but before we bring them in, let me introduce my co-host, the one and only, Mr. Omar Ortiz. Welcome to the show,
Going
buddy.
on, world.
Episode 15. Can you believe it's been 15 episodes? That's kind of wild.
Hey, time don't wait for no man.
Oh, there's the hat.
There's a hat.
There it is.
Hey, so listen. So am I at a good
You are.
with you? Like
You are.
better?
Yeah. Yeah. We're.
Because you were mad at me before we got
I
on.
wasn't
So
mad. No, I wasn't mad.
gotta make
I
sure
just
the
want us to look uniform.
We gotta make sure the equilibrium is right, Dan.
Equilibrium. Yes.
Daniel,
Daniel.
I just found out my computer's not working. I don't know what's going on, but
Oh,
moving on. Thank you everybody for watching. You don't need to watch the Oscars. You need to be on This Is Boston Baseball every
Well,
Sunday at 8 o'clock.
they're hoping there might be another slap, like Will Smith. Did they invite him this year, by the way?
Nah, they invited Jada Pickens. They left
that,
Will
that
at
was
home.
that was the Oscars, right? Where all that happened last year.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah,
Oscars. He slapped the shit out of him.
yeah, that was fantastic. It did look scripted at first, but then we learned
Hey,
it was
if
not.
if we can script some slaps, sign me up.
So
I'm
I know
ready.
you got some baseball news to share.
Yeah,
One of the latest news items that we posted on our Facebook page is that our Week 8 guest, Mr. Christopher Dean, has apparently retired from baseball. I know he talked about it on our episode, and
yeah,
apparently, yeah, he's officially retiring. So
yeah.
kudos to him. He had a great career, Hall of Famer in the
Absolutely.
BNBL, semi-pro baseball Hall of Fame, but
And
yeah,
he's a Hall of Famer in our hearts.
most definitely. So,
But one thing we did talk about on the show when he was on, it's about, especially I brought it up, retiring on your own terms.
yep,
And I respect him for that because I know him, when the season starts, he's going to itch. It's going to, I should be there. That
yeah,
pitcher's not that good. Look at that curveball, like right
uh-huh.
in the dig. Like, that's what he's going to be doing. So for that man to step away the way he did from one day to another, because that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, we talked
That
about
came
it,
out
but
of
I didn't
nowhere.
think it was actually going to happen. I mean, he played on 4 or 5 teams last year, and
He played like on 72 teams,
he's just
like
going to cold
72 at
turkey,
least.
just cold turkey. I'm done.
No, you know what I think it is? I think sometimes for us, like, reality hits. Like, his daughter plays sports.
Yep.
He's remarried, and he's in a situation. Maybe he's happier than ever.
Oh, I hope
Some
so. I
some
mean,
some players, this is their happy zone. This is their comfort zone. This is what they have besides day to day life.
but this is
And as
Chris Dean
corny,
we're talking about. I mean, baseball was his life.
but that's what I'm saying. For a man like that to just say, you know what, I'm grabbing my bat and ball and glove, I'm going home. That means that man is happy outside the field. Maybe he's touched a spot in his life that, you know what, this is what matters. Maybe he had an incident that made him wake up and be like, because let's be honest, if you play on 4 or 5 teams, you're busy. You're busy.
Or
You know,
the wife gave him an
or
ultimatum.
the wife said, me or the game, and you
He's
say,
like, you
wait a
see Giselle, you see what Giselle did to Tom? That could be. That
yeah.
could.
But you know what? It's a sad time in our baseball brotherhood because Every time you face a team that Dean played on, you're looking forward to competing against him, and to watch his Facebook page, all the love he got. One thing I want to say is that man gets a lot of scrutiny.
He does.
But today showed that scrutiny is fake. There was so much love on his page today. And shout out to him. That means you made an impact, my brother. Because sometimes when you're a hard competitor, people don't know how to accept it, and some people like, why is he like that? Why is he this? But now that he's gone, you're going to miss him. So that should be a valuable lesson for all of us. Let's appreciate all of us, especially the guys that have been playing for a long time, because it's not easy. It's not easy. And that man's had cancer. That man's had major surgeries, and he always bounces back. Until now, he's like, you know what? I've had enough.
Yep.
And shout out to him. Great career. One of the best players I played against and played with. At times I wanted to strangle him, but I still love him. I still love him.
He's that guy that you hate to play against, but once he's your teammate, you love him and you love playing with him. But I feel like we're going to see him back in the diamond. In some, maybe not for full season, in some way, shape, or form. I don't think he can just retire cold turkey like he is. But hey, as long as he's happy,
and that's what matters. It's about how you're feeling. We don't. Maybe mid-season he's like, you know what, I miss it, and he comes back and plays for one team. JP was on his page. We've seen him in Cape Cod Classic. Yeah, JP was on his page, and he was like, hey, you can still play. Maybe just turn it down to one team and just have a runner for you, because that's what really takes a toll on our body at this age, is the running part. Because baseball is not like basketball that you're just running back and forth. Yeah, baseball is quick. You gotta go to first. You gotta go to first or third. You know what I mean? It's not. It's quick movement, and that shit takes a.
Yeah, that's the beauty of these older leagues. You have the Kersey runner.
So
our guest. So is there a Kersey runner in the BBA? That's the 18 plus. Is that 28 plus? Do you guys do a Kersey runner?
The BBA is 28 plus. We have 2 courtesy runners. Okay. The CHBL, we got 1 courtesy runner. That's more grandfathered in for me because I'm the old guy.
And I was gonna say, these young guests, they don't know what that's about. The courtesy.
These
runner.
Young guys are gonna have to run for me, bro. Like, and they're not even on my team. But listen, people laugh and whatever, but at the end of the day, it keeps my legs healthy. Yeah. Because I'm like Dean, I play in a lot of teams. So think about this. You're in your 40s, you're playing every day. That takes, unless you're not running, put a hit. You're playing every day. It takes a toll on your legs. It takes a toll on your lower back, and that man's had multiple surgeries, So I understand where he's coming from. It's sad to see him retire. Do I think he's going to come back? I think so. I want him to come back, maybe at a lesser degree, just play part-time, get playoff eligible. Because at this point, that's what matters is playoffs.
Regular season like him, stats. He may not be able to just play, part-time. It's all or nothing, I feel like, with
then you know what, Dean? You know what, Dean? Let's go travel the country and play in tournaments.
There you go. If his wife is down with that, I'm sure.
Hey, his wife was the one that invited him to come play with us at Las Vegas in a tournament because she saw it on the online.
He did say she's been cool with like his baseball career and very supportive. But I know he does have kids and they're playing sports, and I'm sure he wants.
His daughter plays hockey, I believe.
Yeah.
So you know what? At this point in our life, that's what matters, And I was telling my wife today, I'm like, none of my daughters play any sports, but my nephews, I brought my nephew a glove when he's only 1 year old, and now he's playing with it and all that. I'm like, hey, that might be the way that I'll start playing. I can go watch my nephew. I can train him. I can get him right, and because there's only till one day we're all going to play, and for the people watching, love the game, and appreciate the time that you get to play, because it's not easy to continue to play, work, have the day-to-day life. Some of us are married. Some of us have kids, and you got to balance all of that. And it's not easy telling the wife on a Friday night, hey, I'm going to go play at 8 o'clock when she wants you to take her out for some drinks and food. after a long week of working and dealing with our kids, So it's not easy. So kudos to everybody.
Yep. This is why I'm single and have no kids.
And have a cat.
2 cats.
Oh, you got 2.
2. Oh, yeah, I'm the cat guy
Come
now.
on,
Yeah,
Dan.
I
No,
know. I
bro.
know.
You got 2 cats.
Yeah.
We got to get you a Puerto Rican.
I had to give my Oreo a friend. I mean, he was begging for my attention 24/7, and I was like, all right, I got to get him a friend.
Dan, we got to
Can't do
get you a
this.
Puerto Rican.
Cool.
We're going to get you a Puerto Rican shorty.
Make
I'm
it
going to hook you
happen.
up. I'm
But
gonna
I
hook
know
you
we got
up.
our guests waiting. You said you wanted to make a couple of announcements, and then we can bring them in.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on at Clutch Hitting. We have the CHBL, we have the BBA, we have 2 divisions. CHBL is collegiate, BBA is more for the 28 plus year olds. We have some plans to next year to expand it to a couple multi divisions, and also we're going to expand to the southern part of Massachusetts as well. We were having great conversations, but what I want to introduce today is that we're creating a developmental league. There's a lot. I know we spoke about it before about the Sundays or practices, but those guys also deserve to play. I feel like there's a shit ton of players that want to get back into baseball, want to get better, or some guys just want a place to get away for a couple hours. And even though they can't compete at a high level, they still want to be able to play the game we love. And I feel like those people have been forgotten about. And I spoke to a couple of people today, and they motivated me to make sure we bring that back. And that's the next move for Clutch Hitting, CHBL, BBA. We're trying to we're at the end of the day, we're trying to touch as many people as possible so everyone can play baseball. We're not competing with no one. We're not trying to ruin no leagues. We just want to give guys the opportunity to play baseball. And we've been blessed to be successful in just 2 years, and we're going to continue to use that success that we've had and continue to bring it to people who deserve to be out there. I met with a couple of people today. It broke my heart. Like they're like, yo, nobody lets us play. We just want to play. And if we have the opportunity and the platform to allow people that can compete at a high level still be able to compete, we're gonna do it for them. And Boston Sandlot is gonna be the name of the league,
Awesome.
and that's gonna be our minor league system. And if anybody that wants to play, it's gonna be the first 3-4 weeks of May is practices, and then you're gonna have an 8 to 10 scheduled season. Probably be 2 to 4 teams max. We're not trying to really get it too crazy. We want to focus more on developmental. One thing we learned last year is if we focus on that, we can develop players. A lot of these players just need some tweaking. If you notice AAU for kids, for teenagers, that's what they're doing to these kids. There's a lot of adults coming up that they couldn't afford AAU, or couldn't be allowed to
It
play
is
AAU.
very
So
expensive.
if you have like an AAU type atmosphere for adults at a way cheaper rate, because we're not in here for the money. We're in here for to make sure people get to play baseball. And those people opened my eyes today, and I want to make sure that everyone that's out there knows that you'll have a place to play. And you don't even have to play in any of our leagues. You can play anywhere. We want guys to stay active. We want guys to play the game of baseball. And it doesn't have to be in any of my leagues. It could be in any league in Boston. Just get out there and try it. Get out there and play. You're not too old to play. If people make fun of you, so what? Most of those people are going to clubs and doing all this bullshit while you getting out there being active. Baseball has saved my life. Baseball has saved a lot of people's lives that I know. And as long as I'm here in this green earth, I'm going to continue to give back to my community. And I'm going to continue to try to make a difference in this fucking realm. And I hope you guys join.
Awesome. Well said. And one of our guests, Jackson, obviously, uh, baseball was something that
Yeah.
he reached out to, and we'll hear his story in just a minute. But yeah, I mean,
And,
they're
and, and they have a great story to tell, bro.
yep,
And this is one thing I've noticed. Like, they're young, but those are the people you have to give a chance to.
great.
They're the new generation. This generation, I'm sorry, guys, but this generation's tapped. This generation's tapped.
They're
So
special.
we gotta. They're special. Like, I want to do my part. Anything I can do to help this new generation because they are the future, literally. When we're gone, they're the ones that are gonna be here, and they're the ones that are gonna carry the torch. So hopefully, I can motivate one of these guys. So when I'm done doing what I'm doing, I can pass the torch over. Because I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. It's a lot of work. I never had gray hairs, and now I got a bunch. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of work, but at the end of the day, I do it for our community. I do it for people like Jackson and Anthony that's coming in. If it wasn't for us answering their text message, talking to them, they most likely wouldn't have a position to run their own team, and that's what we pride ourselves in, guys. And that's what it should be about, and I can't wait to have this conversation because Jackson has a great history and Jackson has overcome a lot of things. And please share this live because this is going to be a great conversation that's going to touch a lot of people because this man he's gone through a lot. And that man's now in a great situation in his life. And we're going to help him move forward.
I love it. So let's bring them in. The latest team to join the BBA, right? They're running the East Coast Doves in the BBA. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Anthony Maccarrone and Jackson Condon to the show. Welcome, guys.
How we doing? Having us.
Happy to have you guys.
How are we?
What's going on, fellas?
Nothing much. Anthony just eliminated me in fantasy basketball, though, so I'm not going.
Can you please explain?
Ty Jerome.
Basketball league, and it's the semifinal, so the winner goes to the championship, and I'm facing Anthony, of course. And it's just been me all day because I'm not going to win. So
sorry to hear
you definitely
that.
put up a battle.
Yeah, that's all year, right? Like that's all year long, like the whole season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I can't do fantasy baseball. It's just too long of a season.
Who the hell does fantasy baseball though? How do you guys have time to do fantasy baseball though?
I can't. We do fantasy everything. Me and Anthony are fantasy gurus.
I love it. I love it.
So I just don't get it. Sorry.
It's baseball's a lot. I mean, it's like a full-time job. Fantasy baseball. I've never done it.
Baseball's the because it's like the whole 6 months, every single day game, change your lineup. So that's the hardest one.
And do you guys do like the daily fantasy?
No, not ones. We just do like the head-to-head, like normal league.
Nice.
Yeah.
So was there a cash prize?
Football there was. We're not going to talk about that.
The grand prize for basketball is definitely the bragging rights.
All right. I actually was in the finals in one of my fantasy football leagues, and I lost in the finals on like the last game, Monday night, whatever it was.
Yeah, the 1 seed in our league, and then I lost first round of the playoffs, so that was great.
Brutal. Yeah,
Listen,
I all season and then got killed in the playoffs.
Listen, I played NFL, fucking that shit, and within week 3, week 4, I'm like, you know what, I give up.
Yeah.
I just don't have time, man. Like this shit is crazy. Like you got to follow all these players and all this shit, and
yep.
I'm like, shout out to you guys because goddamn, like, especially baseball, like baseball every day. Imagine you at work. Oh no, I gotta get my fantasy team going because you know what I'm saying. This guy, you got fucking Terry Pendleton. He got 2 hits, so he might go in the lineup. I'm gonna take this guy. No, man, no got time for that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Full-time job. Full-time. Hey, they're young. They're young. They got plenty of
But
energy.
no, bro, there's people my age that are really into this shit, bro. Like not them.
Oh,
a lot of people that are really into this.
It do be competitive.
Yeah, it's very competitive.
Right.
Sounds like it. But fellas, please, if you could introduce yourselves. Anthony, like I said, I had to shorten your name. Anthony Mack. It didn't fit. Your little.
No worries. I'll go first then. I'm Anthony. You can call me Ant Mac. That's also another nickname I go by now, apparently. I go to college up at Plymouth State University. I'm a criminal justice major. I'm a senior here. And I'm still looking to play baseball. I've always loved the game. I haven't played in actually a long, long time, but it's always been me and Jackson's dream to actually be able to run a baseball team. So we're very excited to get things on the road.
Anthony, what's a long, long time, bro? You're like 13, bro.
I'd
Fuck is
say
a long time, bro.
Yeah, that's a good
last
point.
time I played consistently was probably the end of, or actually beginning of AAU.
What
So
year?
it's been probably 15, 16, and now I'm
Oh
22.
wow,
So
I didn't know that. That's
16.
it.
yeah,
That is okay. That is a long time ago. Okay.
yeah. So
Six.
it's been a little bit, but I mean, I've definitely got to play on the side a little bit, and I still think I still got it. So
What
very
position
excited
You're
to
did
see
you?
what I
you're
can
you're
do.
a pitcher, right? You're a pitcher, right?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And how hard you throw?
I'd say low 80s.
And that's for not having to play in 6 years. So imagine if
I'm
you
I'm
kept
a,
up with
I'm a smack the shit out of that low 80s, bro.
We gotta see. We gotta see.
it.
I got a combination of a couple dangerous
Ask
ones. So we
about
gonna
me,
see.
boy.
You
We
hit it,
gonna
you
see.
can
We
name
gonna
it.
see.
I'm
We
ready.
gonna see. All right, let's do it.
Love it.
Hey, but
Love
no,
it.
we appreciate you guys coming in, man. I know Jackson has a great story to tell. You know, when I first met you guys and talked to you guys, I've never met you guys in face to face yet, but we're gonna meet in a couple weeks.
Yep.
You guys have an inspiring story, you know, and we bended some rules to get you guys in because I was, I was actually like, I was intrigued and I felt to hear like, yo, these guys deserve a chance. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
saying? And that's what clutch hitting, CHBL, BBA means. Like, give everyone an opportunity until they fuck it up for themselves. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
Right.
then
Right.
I'm not, I'm black and white. I'm not gray, bro. I tell people how it is, you know. And I feel like you guys are what we stand for, you
Yeah.
know.
Right.
And we want to give guys like you an opportunity to experience the game that me and Dan's been playing for fucking 30 years. And we want
Right.
you guys to play for it for 30 years. You feel me?
Dude, we've
And
been
I want
playing
you
longer than
guys,
they've been alive. How? That's
yeah,
crazy.
and that's a beautiful thing, man. So it's our
Mhm.
duty as OGs to make sure you guys are in a good situation to succeed. You know, no matter what you guys ever gone through, that's the past.
Right.
Right.
It's what you do from now moving forward that's gonna define you guys. And if you guys be sponges, you met the right league that's gonna take care of you guys and make sure you guys are successful moving forward.
Right. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we really do.
So Jackson,
I
let's.
might have to cut your hair though, Jackson.
Yeah. No.
I've been trying to tell him for too long now.
I told him he needs
No,
to
He
donate it
won't
to some
listen to
of us
me.
that could use it.
We can't hear you, Jackson. We can't hear you.
Oh wait. Am I good now?
Oh, you've been on mute.
Oh no.
no,
No.
no,
Because
he
I
Oh,
was.
okay,
wasn't.
okay, okay, okay,
I
okay,
was
okay. Okay.
But yeah. So I'm Jackson. I'm gonna be managing the East Coast Doves this year with Anthony. I've also haven't played in a while. I played in 2022, so it hasn't been as long as since Anthony's played, but I haven't played in a couple years, and I've been waiting for a long time to find the right opportunity. But obviously, I went through a rocky road that I'm gonna explain in a little bit that kind of prevented me from it. But now that I'm in the right space, I cannot wait to get started.
And how'd you guys come up with East Coast Doves?
So that was actually more Anthony. So we were trying to think of a team name for like a wicked long time. We were on like a FaceTime call that was like 2 hours almost, just like going over names, things like that. And like me and Anthony have lost some friends in the past, and he was like, how could we incorporate like our friends that we've lost memories and do like a team name? And then I thought about like the dove, like it represents like peace after
Oh,
death.
nice.
Yeah,
Mm.
so I thought of that. Anthony gave me that idea, and then I thought of the dove. Then I started trying to put together logos and then a color scheme, and then that's how we came up with it. So it does represent like our lost loved ones and things like that.
It's great. Yeah,
But
the logo's awesome.
isn't the East Coast has to
Oh,
do with
right.
your
Yeah, so East Coast is me. So East Coast Recovery is the name of the place that literally changed my life. They completely got me clean. They got me in the right space. I was in their program for almost 7 months straight, every 3 to 5 days a week for 7 months. They saved my life. So I incorporated a little part of what saved me, the East Coast from East Coast Recovery, and then Doves that Anthony gave me the idea, and that's how we incorporated that.
Yeah, it's a great logo. I'll try and pull it up on the feed in a second.
I think it's different. You know, I think it now that it has a meaning, I think you guys should make sure people know the meaning
Right.
because it could change someone's life that you don't know is gonna change.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean? And again, like I know you've done your path has been tough, you
Yep.
know, and you got to keep going,
Yep. For
keep
sure.
going, change a life, change
Right.
another life. You feel
Yep.
me? And don't ever let no one, don't never let anyone down talk you or make you feel bad because of your past, bro.
Of course not.
Because your past is gonna make your future that much brighter, my brother.
Right.
Feel
Right.
me? And you grew up in a tough situation. You saw it from your parents, you know. And as kids, we learn from our parents,
Right. Right.
you know. And I won't never hold you to what you went through because I grew up in a tough environment as well. Not as tough as yours, but I lost my dad to murder when I was 9, you
Right.
know. And for me to grow up without a father, and now I'm a father of 3, you know, I've learned how to be a dad on my own, you
Right.
know. So I make sure like when I see kids that I get kids at a young age, I make sure I try to guide them in the right direction because it's not easy being a dad. It's not easy coming from the environment you came from.
Right.
Obviously, you were affected by it,
Yep.
but look at you now. Now you're successful. Now you're in a position that you can help others.
Right. Yep.
So could you share that story as much as you're willing to, say,
Okay. So to start, yeah. So I am a grateful recovering alcoholic and addict, and it started. I wouldn't say very young. I did like the normal high school partying, like how most kids do. Like they go out to parties, they drink a solid amount. That's how it started. But once I got into like my 18, 19 years, it got to be like a really big problem, like physical dependency. Like I wasn't like myself without it. Like, and yeah, that kind of stemmed from my family has a long history of specifically alcoholism. Um, my grandfather, my aunt, my dad and mom. It's a long list. So I kind of knew I was playing with fire a little when I first started with it because I knew my family history. And of
Yeah.
course, as a kid, I always said to everyone, I'm never going to drink when I'm going to grow up. I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to be like them. But, some of it is kind of like genetically passed down. It is a disease, and I feel like it was just partially genetic. Around like I think around a year ago, it was like last spring-ish. I finally, well, I didn't really make the decision at first. So my dad, actually, shout out to my dad. I was in really rough shape, and he basically gave me the like, yo, dude, like you got it. You got to fix this, man. Like this is out of hand. And I finally basically agreed to him just to do a detox program. So that's only like 7 days. It's just getting the alcohol and drugs out of your system, and you just go home, basically. So he dropped me off at this place when I agreed, right? And he said, "Okay, you're gonna go do this for 7 days, and then you can come home." And he essentially scammed me for my well-being. So I call him on day 6 when I'm in there, and I'm like, "Hey, what time you pick me up tomorrow?" He's like, "Oh, no, 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 yeah, no. You're doing the 30-day program, and you're sober living and patient program." And I was like, "Oh, what?" I started freaking.
It's like an
But
intervention of sorts.
yeah, it ended up saving my life. I mean
Mm.
that it ended up saving my life. I connected with everyone during that 30-day program. I was away from everything. I was inside that rehab for a whole month. And then I went to East Coast Recovery from there, with the place incorporated with our team name. And I went there for 8 straight months, lived in a sober house. Now I'm out and living with my fiance, who I also met in recovery, and she's also in recovery. So that's a pretty good support system we have there. And yeah, that's just like that's like basically the gist of my story without like an insane amount of details. But yeah, here I am today, almost a year sober, and
So
looking to play baseball again. I can finally hold down a job. and help others and be there for my family and stuff like that. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And it's got to be difficult for your dad, who was in the same position that you were. I don't know if it was at your age or how old he was.
Yeah,
Um,
no,
yeah.
he was more on the older side, but with my dad, my aunt, actually, one of my aunts, I didn't know her that well because she lived in Chicago, but it was my dad's sister, and she had passed away from alcoholism and drug use, and that kind of set him straight a little. So he's been all about getting me clean, getting my aunt clean, also an alcoholic. I think she might be still struggling a little, but my dad has been a big support system for the family ever since that happened. So yeah.
And,
So Anthony, you've been a good friend of Jackson. What did you try to do to help
Yeah,
Jackson,
I mean, I
recover?
always just tried to stay in contact with him. Always try to, let him know that any decision you make, I'm always here for you, and I'm always have your back with anything. I always, during the time that he obviously was going through things, I always was trying to keep up, checking on him, and maybe picking him up or bringing him where he needed to be, or even just bringing him something to eat on, a day that he needed food, something like that. I've always been friends with Jackson. I've been friends with Jackson since I was arguably, I think, Jackson, like 16 something.
Yeah.
So we've been friends for a long, long time. We've always known each other. And I think we originally met through sports, basketball it was, not
Yep.
baseball, but,
Yep.
the sports scene of things. So, I mean, Jackson's always been a great friend of mine. Happy to run this baseball team with them.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
yeah, I'm trying to.
That's a good friend right there you got, Jackson.
Yep.
It
Good
is.
friend you got right there, man. Like, trust me, because a lot of times when you go through trials and tribulations, your friends just leave you, and
That's
for
Right.
him to bring you food, like that's dope.
I lost a ton of friends through that. Like Anthony saw it. A bunch of our close friends was just like, this kid's a junkie, like I can't deal with him, and just like kind of left me in the dust, like so many of our. Yeah, Anthony never did. So.
It's easy to judge and not to fucking show sympathy. You feel me?
Yeah,
And be
Right.
like, real friends are there for you when times are hard. When
right,
times are easy, that's the easiest time to be a friend. The
right,
fucking easiest. Oh, you just fucking got a promotion? Oh, I love you, bro.
yeah, right,
But if you lost your job, oh shit, I'm not calling him. He's gonna need some money. Fuck him. I
yeah,
ain't gonna answer my phone.
Right.
yeah,
No, guys, like people watching, like a true friendship is stemmed from when the times are hard.
right,
Right.
Because when times are hard, not everyone shows up, and the people that matter show up.
yep,
And I commend Anthony for being a good friend. And nowadays there's not a lot of good friends.
yeah,
We live in a situation right now. Everyone's selfish. Everyone's worried about themselves. And if you have a good friend, you got to keep them around and be loyal to that good friend because that's a thing of the past and is a rarity today.
100%.
Yeah, and as you guys get older, you'll see that
You'll
your
see,
group of
yeah.
friends gets smaller,
It
Yeah,
gets smaller.
which
Yeah, it
is
gets smaller.
unfortunate. But it also shows you, the people that care and
yep, the
have stuck
truth.
by your side. But I'm just curious, so how, if any, has baseball kind of helped you in your recovery?
Yeah, so I was actually, funny enough, before I even got on this, I was talking about this with my fiance the other day. We were watching a show. We were watching 13 Reasons Why. I don't know if you guys know that show. And one of the characters was talking about how when he watches this TV show, he just goes into another world and stops worrying about everything. And I turned to her and I was like, "That's me with baseball."
Yeah.
Like it was just kind of like, so like if say there was a day in my addiction where I was sober and I really wanted to get high or drink or something, if I entered that baseball world, it would just completely distract me. It was a big part in helping me while I was at my sober house or anything. And to be honest, usually it ends up with me and our friend Zach just arguing about something baseball related. But
that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
right.
Good,
That
healthy
just
argument.
like gets me out of my head completely because that it just makes me completely focus on baseball.
Yes.
That and
Yes.
also big MLB The Show gamer. Also, that so help me just distract myself when you're in recovery and like you're obviously trying to stay sober. Like distractions are one of the hugest things because it takes your mind off that. Once you get distracted with like a video game, with baseball, like focusing on a plan like this that me and Anthony had, like even like me and Anthony hopping on calls and like talking about stuff for the team, like it's all just a distraction. And that's like a huge thing. And yeah, basically I just feel like it makes me enter another world where I'm not even worried or thinking about that stuff.
That's awesome.
It's the
And
beauty of baseball.
keep that in the back of your mind.
For
Use
sure.
the game to distract you from all the bullshit.
For sure. And it works. It really does work.
Not just your situation, but just everything in life. Maybe you argue with your wife. Maybe
Yep.
you argue with a close friend.
Yep.
You know, take your frustrations out on the baseball.
Exactly.
You know, go out there, smash the shit out the baseball. You know, and don't let anything ever bring you back to where you were because you're in a good space right now. You know, you're in a great space right now. You're now in a position of a leadership. You're
Right.
gonna lead people and make sure those people are in a good situation, not just on the field but in life. Because baseball shows us discipline.
Yep.
You know, baseball shows us discipline, and once people start knowing your story and they see how devoted you are, how dedicated you are, that's one thing I say about you guys. You guys are really dedicated to your program, and that's why we want to continue to help you. And people are gonna gravitate to that. People are gonna love that. You know, people are gonna listen to you, even though you guys are young. That don't fucking matter. That doesn't matter. Age is nothing but a number. It's all about this up here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you've been through a lot coming up. So now is your opportunity now to make sure the people that are around you, you educate them. Make sure they don't never go through that what you went through.
Right.
You know, and I know it's not easy, brother, but now you join the league that has your back.
Right.
Now you join the league that whatever you need, we're a phone call away, my brother, and we're going to be there for you. As long as you do the right thing.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? We will always have your back.
Thank you, man.
You know?
And I might be umpiring some of your games, so.
He's going to strike your ass out
Gotta be on
anytime
your
he has a chance,
best
bro.
behavior.
But I want Anthony, though. Anthony, you in your 80-something puh. We're going to handle that, boy. I'm not fucking with you.
I have the logo, but for some reason, it's not letting me show it.
Mr. Technology.
So,
you know, go ahead.
How'd you put together a team? Like, what, you know, where'd all the guys on your team come from?
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, we have a bunch of guys from everywhere. We have had friends that we've grown up with from our town. Me and Jackson are originally from Weymouth, Massachusetts. So we used to grow up and play baseball with a couple of our guy friends that have been have part of our life ever since high school. And we found it as a great opportunity to, you know, string them back along again, get everything back on the road and, you know, take another shot at this. See what we can do, lay something to prove, you know?
But you guys act like you fucking 30, 35, guys. What the fuck is going on here, man? He's like, yeah, you know, we're over the hill, you know. I got 3 kids. My wife hates me. And guys, you guys are fucking early 20s. You got a long way to go, guys. You got a long way to go. Hopefully, you know, like you got a long way to go, man. But you guys, like I said, you guys are doing a great job. You know, we're gonna continue to help you guys. You know, when I first spoke to you guys, I'm like, okay, I don't know these guys. They sound very young. Then I started hearing about your stories. You know, and I know you guys genuinely care about the game, and we're gonna help you guys make sure we get you guys. You know, we've been helping you guys recruit players as well, and we want you guys to be successful. You know, because that's what baseball, not just our league, but just in baseball, period, in Boston, like we want to change people's lives.
Right.
You know, we want to make sure guys have an opportunity to get away from bullshit because life is not easy, especially now. Life sucks. Like everything is expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's a
people shady. Like No one's compassionate no more, you know.
Right.
So I think if you got a good group of people, we got to stick together.
Right.
Yeah.
No, we got to stick together and do it for each other. You know what I mean? And like I said, anything you guys ever need from me, I'm here for you guys. I'm proud of you guys. Jackson, you're doing great. You know, anytime you feel like something's going wrong, bro, you got a big brother in me that I'm a phone call away, my brother.
That's much appreciated. Thank you so much.
And I don't even know you like that, but I like you, brother.
We're
I
more
like
their
you, brother.
fathers than their brothers, which is
No,
scary.
no. I'm an uncle. I'm an uncle. I'm
Oh,
an
uncle.
uncle.
All right, we'll
I'm an
go
uncle.
with that.
I'm an uncle. I look younger than I am, so I'm an uncle.
You do look like a young guy.
And I'm 43.
You look good for 43.
Thank you, my brother.
43
Thank
still
you.
young, right?
Dan, but you looking like you're 62.
I feel like I'm 62.
That's
I
funny.
might be
I've been
retiring
told that
soon,
too.
joining Christine,
Nah, it's all love. It's all
full-time
love.
umpire.
What, so
From my
listen.
belly.
So what do you guys want to accomplish this season as an organization, franchise? What is your main goal?
Win
First
it all,
of all,
baby. I love it.
you ain't gonna win the ring, so relax.
There's
But
only one thing left to do.
Nah, but I'm gonna leave the floor to you guys. Let me know what you guys want to accomplish as a team and also individually because you guys haven't played in a few years.
Yeah.
I mean, the main thing is getting a group of guys to have a commitment to win. We also want everyone on the team to have fun. The main objective of baseball that everyone enjoys, and we also believe that we can truly develop a winning culture. We truly believe we can compete in our first year, and bring damage to this league, make a statement.
Okay.
Omar looks scared.
Yeah.
Please. Oh.
Honestly.
Hey, hold on. Time out.
Oh shit.
Here
Oh
we go.
shit.
Here we go.
I like
It's
it.
here,
I
baby.
like it.
It's here, baby.
I look good in my closet next year for sure.
In your closet, god damn.
One of the biggest things for me is honestly just building a brotherhood. Team chemistry is massive. You know, if everyone's not comfortable with each other and there's like issues, things probably aren't going to work out. My number one thing is establishing a brotherhood and team chemistry, making sure everyone gets along, everyone wants to come to the games, everyone wants to come to practice, things like that. That is going to bring a winning environment, a very good team chemistry.
Absolutely.
So, I hope I'm not throwing you under the bus, but I'm just doing the math here. So I thought the BBA was a 28-plus league, but you guys are what, 20 in your early 20s?
All right, I'm gonna explain that.
Yep.
So, when I spoke to them, I liked them.
I like them
And
too.
I did not want them not to have a place to play.
Awesome.
So we made some adjustments for them because next year we're gonna adapt to 25 and 35.
Nice.
So we're like, okay, they're close to the age, so let's bring them in. Now their team is not fully 21, 22-year-olds. They got guys our age, they got 28-plus-year-olds. There's just a handful of them their age because we're a new league. We want to give everyone the opportunity to play. Now if these guys were just coming straight out of college and straight studs, they'll be in the CHBL. But these guys haven't played in a while. They're getting back in the game. So we gave them an opportunity because next year they'll be in our league and they'll be 25 plus, so they'll be able to have a full team next year.
Nice.
So we brought them in because again, we're here to give people opportunity to play the game.
That's awesome. And how do you guys feel about competing against older, more experienced?
I mean, I did it briefly when I played 2 years ago in the Boston Metro League. So I kind of have an idea of what it's like to be the younger guys on the field. It definitely might take a little adjusting to, but we're ready for it, and we don't think it's anything that can firmly stop us from being who we want to be.
Oh, we're gonna stop you, all right?
Are you?
We're gonna stop you.
So who's the team to
Yo,
beat?
don't hit me. Just don't hit me, bro. Just don't hit me, please, man. That shit hurts, bro. No,
Especially 80 miles an hour. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
bro.
I won't. I won't. I'm pretty accurate.
Listen, I got hit. I got hit the other day. I was playing in we was at West Palm Beach in a tournament, and we were playing against Omar Fonte's team. I don't know if you guys know who Omar
Oh, I
Fonte is.
Fonte.
Yeah. Gold Glover, World Series
Oil.
winner. Yeah. It was a lefty throwing like high 80s, bro. He hit me right in the shin. Oh my God! Like in the spot that there's like nothing but fucking skin, bro.
Yeah.
It took me a month and a half to get over that injury. I thought I broke my leg.
Wow.
Bro, please don't hit me. Now I got I got a protector on my leg. I got a protector here. I'm going to get the protector for right here, bro. I'm going to get a protector for here, too.
You're going to be the guy it takes 10 minutes to walk to first base because you're taking off.
No, and I always made fun of those guys, but
now you know
the
why.
older I get, the more it hurts. So bad.
Of course.
Especially I might be that guy who walks down to first, takes off all his equipment.
I used to always make fun of those guys. Like, look at this RoboCop ass motherfucker. And now that's me. I'm RoboCop, bro. I gotta take everything off. It hurts. I'm sorry, it hurts. It hurts.
So have you guys started practicing indoors or anything like that?
No. So we do have a couple places. So the first place we had talked to them on the phone and everything. It was going to be the U in Hanover, Starland. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but they're a huge sports complex. They have like basketball courts, and then they have in the back they have turf. And we asked to rent out the turf and the cages, and everything seemed fine. But it seems like that's a very far troop for a lot of people on our team.
Yeah.
So we're kind of trying to coordinate a better spot that's like in the middle of everyone, so someone doesn't have to go way too far. So, we're in the works on that and an outdoor field. We would probably just make our outdoor practice field the one closest to the indoor one, if that's already going to be the middle meeting point for everyone. So, we're just basically trying to figure out which location works best for everybody.
How about extra innings in Middleton?
Middleton?
Extra innings in Middleton, no?
Is that where the tryouts were?
Well, that's kind of far.
Yeah,
that's Weymouth. You guys are in Weymouth?
Hey, they're trying to meet. No, I think they're further than that. No.
No. Weymouth. I don't live here. I'm staying up in West Mass right now. I don't live here. I usually stay. It's just we're in. Me and my fiance are in the works of moving into a new apartment, and we're just staying with her family until it's ready. So I don't live here, but
Anthony, where you live?
Right now I live up in New Hampshire, Plymouth. But it's only like an hour up north from Boston, hour and a half. So it sounds like it's like I'm crazy up there, but like I'm really not. I also live down in Weymouth, Massachusetts. Once I get out from school, so I'd say it's like South Shore area. So I'd say probably from where that is, I'm honestly not sure. Maybe like an hour, something like that.
Yeah, I just moved from Quincy. I was there for like 10 plus years.
Hey, you guys can move in with Dan. He needs a roommate.
Yeah, run over. Winchester, baby.
Him and his cats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
you got two of them.
Omar
you got
actually used to
Oreo
live in
and
this,
peanut butter.
I found out Omar used to live in this building, and then ironically, I got laid off from my company after 16 years, and it's the company he just now is working at. I got like a weird.
Isn't that some shit?
Like a weird.
You see how much power I got? I got that motherfucker fired. But no, at the end of the day, it's great to see you guys getting involved in the game. Baseball is a sport that has brought a lot of people together that would never be together. They would never have relationships. Like me and Dan are completely opposites, and that's one of my close friends. And we weren't even close for years, and we just became close the last couple of a year or something. I talk to that man every day, and it's baseball related, and and you start meeting different people, you start meeting different networks, you start meeting different lifestyles, positive lifestyles, and use this platform, to better yourselves. Use this platform to better the people around you, because Jackson, there's a lot of people that are in your shoes and what you went through. and you're in a situation now that you can make an impact and make a difference on a positive note.
Right.
You feel me,
I
my
thought it was
brother?
at my age. I thought it was like impossible with all the partying, clubbing, and everything. I thought, but I really did do it. Once I did get sober, I was like, this is better. Like I have my life back. I can go out and do
Yeah.
that. Play baseball. I can hold down a job. I can go
Mhm.
to the store and not be an anxious freak.
Yeah. No, and then you can have a relationship with your female, you know, and you can hopefully down the road build a family, you know, and that's what life is about. It's about moving forward and learning from our mistakes.
Yep.
Because if you're not learning, you ain't living.
Right.
Always remember that. If you ain't learning, you ain't living. You
Yep.
know, I'm 43 and I'm still learning while I'm
Hmm.
going, you know, and I just had a conversation with one of the oldest Boston baseball heads and it didn't go well, you know, and but he needed to understand that I've been around, you know, and sometimes people don't give you your due diligence, but you got to
Right.
keep going. You got to keep going. Don't
Yep.
let no one ever put you down because of what you went through.
Of
Don't let
course.
ever no one make you feel smaller than what you are because you have a lot of courage, bro.
Yep. Thank you.
You have a lot of courage, man, because I don't know what I would have done at your age if my parents sent me to a rehab facility for 30 days. I
Right.
would
Yeah.
have fucking left.
Oh, I was freaking
Like,
out.
fuck that. I'm better than this shit. I'm getting the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So,
Yep.
and for you to own it, it says a lot about your character, my brother.
Yep.
Yeah, especially since it was all around him, like his whole family, like
So you were a product of your environment,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know, and for you to come out of it, all I ask is that we cut your hair.
Of course.
yeah.
I was
Please get him
I
to
was
do it,
I was
please.
gonna say.
We gonna cut that mug, bro.
Uh,
Thank you. Please, somebody get him to do
Even
it.
your man Anthony wants you to see what
oh,
you know
I
him,
know.
give you
I
shape up, make you look nice. You know what? I'll pay for your haircut, bro.
know. Okay.
I'll
I'll
buy the
cash app
hair.
you.
I'll buy it.
Oh, he'll buy it. He needs hair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Don't need
Uh,
it. Oh,
Listen, so let's talk a little bit about baseball. Let's
yep.
talk more about what this show is about. What do you guys like about playing baseball? Like, because like now you guys are getting older,
Yep.
and life gets in the way. Life is in
Yep.
the way. We just had a guy that just retired. How old was Dean then? How old was Dean?
we joked that he was what 60, 61.
76.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Santa with his thing. Dean
49. I
might
think he was almost turning 50.
he's
49 maybe.
close to
48,
50.
49. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's say 50. He's
Hmm.
50.
Okay.
So that man is a beast. That man played baseball for a long time.
Hmm.
Do you see yourselves at a time like, you know what, I'm gonna play baseball as long as I can, or do you look at baseball as a short-term thing?
I could never see myself not wanting to play baseball. In the past years that I haven't played, it was strictly just because of my situation and my addiction and everything. I really like couldn't even like function to do that. Now that I'm sober and back to myself and everything and have my life back, there's no scenario where I could ever see myself saying, "You know what? No, I don't want to play baseball. I don't want to. I could just never see myself doing that."
Or how about you, Anthony?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been that for me too. I mean, baseball's always been a part of me. I mean, when I stopped playing for so long, I mean, I always wanted to be back into it. So, I mean, now that I finally have the opportunity to do that, I'd love to be able to be playing until I can't anymore. Until the one day that I have to say, okay, I got to hang up the cleats one day.
Yeah, yeah.
And why do you guys think younger guys aren't playing the sport? Because I'm sure it's been a dying sport lately. A
Yeah,
lot of kids playing lacrosse or whatever. What's your thoughts on that?
I
I feel
feel
like a
like.
lot.
No, you can go ahead.
I feel like a lot of players, they either when they get out of college or say high school or whenever they stop playing the sport, they feel like it's just work and there's nothing else for them. So when you really look at it, everyone has more like free time to do things. Everyone can manage their time and find things to do things that they love. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like everyone doesn't believe in themselves in a certain
Yeah.
extent. Like I still believe that I can go and do damage on the field. But when I talk to like their other guys, they still feel, they act like they're 30 and retired still. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
get
all
used
right,
to that.
Yeah, you guys are acting like you old, bro. Like,
it's
damn.
ridiculous. Like I don't
Yeah,
understand why
like
people.
I was practicing the other day. The guy was 24. He's like, yeah, I'm old. Like I'm like, bro, you're 24. You could be my son, bro.
What
Like,
I'd
what the
give
hell
to
you
be 24
talking
again.
about? Like,
It's
yeah, like
crazy.
you're 24 and you're giving up on life. Like, god damn,
Right.
bro. Like
It's wild.
you haven't
I
even
don't
touched
feel
life
like
yet.
for like I also feel like there hasn't been as many like new baseball players because I feel like people have been giving this narrative that like baseball's boring. Like
No.
I feel like people like
Yep.
give that narrative and then people like
Yeah.
follow along with it, which is not the case. And
If you
people
play it,
not
it goes by like that.
exactly. If you're playing it, they don't understand. Like
Right.
I feel like I always see this
Mm.
narrative, like, and I always hear people say, "Oh, baseball is boring." I mean, yeah, you're watching like a Pittsburgh Pirates versus Colorado Rockies, maybe.
Actually, I do want to go to the Colorado Stadium.
Oh yeah, Coors is nice.
You guys
yeah.
go to a lot of games?
I haven't been recently. No,
You've been to
I
Fenway though, I assume, right?
too.
You
I
guys
think.
have been to Fenway?
Oh, 100%.
Oh
All right.
yeah,
All right, good.
yeah. Are you guys Red Sox fans?
No.
I am.
Don't do it, Anthony. Don't.
No.
don't.
No. I'm
Don't.
not a
You're
Red
from
Sox
New York.
fan.
Oh wait,
I'm from New York. I'm not a Yankee fan either. I'm just a baseball fan.
why? Are you a Yankees fan, Anthony?
I'm a Braves
No.
fan.
Oh, Braves.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, when I moved here from New York, that's who I always watched was the Braves. Always.
Yep.
But that
I
was
love-
in the
Hell,
90s. That's when they were fucking nasty.
Yeah, yeah. What made you a Braves fan? I used to love watching Chipper Jones back in the day, but yeah, they were
TBS, bro,
nasty.
TBS.
Yeah.
TBS.
Is
They
that
play the game all the time.
Yeah, so I literally stopped watching baseball for just like a couple years. I was more like focused into like getting high, like being popular in school, drinking, like all that. I kind of just like left my mind. And then I remember I was in my mom's basement when I still lived with my mom, and I would just put on MLB Network to like go to sleep. And it would always be, I think it might have been actually the Braves versus Dodgers playoff series, like not too long ago in like 2019 or 2018. And I just started watching the Braves, and I basically just fell in love with them and started following them. And
Awesome.
then, yeah.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
pitching staff
2018, the
was-
Braves.
Nasty.
Yep.
Bro, no,
Good
our
team.
pitching staff for the Braves in the 90s was nasty, bro.
Oh, yeah, Maddox.
That man wasn't even born.
We were talking
Yeah.
about Kevin McGlinchey, right? He played with the Braves.
Yeah, Kevin McGlinchey played for the Braves. He played in the league.
Yeah.
He played.
Yeah. He gave up the grand slam single to Robin Ventura.
Yeah, now he umpires, but shows late up to the game. So I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe that hit, he still got him fucked up. But games at 8 o'clock, he shows up at
Well,
8:15.
so Arazi used to tell me, because he played with the Senators, that, in between innings, when he was supposed to go back out to the mound, he would sit there, and, like, the inning was about to start, and Raz was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, he still thought mentally he was in the MLB, and there was, like, a commercial break, and then he had all this time. Like, he was still, like, yeah, that's crazy. So it's got to be tough.
Shout out to McGlinchey. Shout out to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. It's got to be tough, though, to play at that level, and then we've talked about it numerous times, but to play at that level and then, kind of after your pro career's over to go back and play amateur ball. But I don't know what that's
Jackson.
Yep.
What message do you have for the people watching? Someone that might be going through something that you went through. And what message do you have for these people? What has baseball done for you? What can baseball do for you? Just please talk to the people, because I know this generation now, like, it's tough, This generation, they have access to so many things, and I feel like this generation are so advanced, and they're going the wrong route,
Right.
And what can you tell to the people that are watching, my brother?
Like you said, like nowadays it's really like too easy just to like get anything you want, and just and just go down that path. But the message I have to people like me, people who are trying to get into recovery, people who want to get themselves well, one, just like without the baseball aspect, I know how hard it is, but you really do have to get outside your comfort zone. You do have to get the help. It really does help. It really makes a huge impact on your life. Like I thought this was all bullshit at first. I was like, stop trying to send me to treatment. I'm fine. I'm not an alcoholic, blah, blah, blah. And then I went and I have my life back. Like I'm more in shape. Like I was massive from like drinking all the beers and stuff. I'm more in shape. My anxiety's gone. I'm more clear headed. I do everyday things I couldn't do. I opportunities like this. I have a fiance, and that's all in just like 1 year of like getting clean and everything. I have a good job that I help people in recovery with, and this is all just in 1 year. Like it can really happen. It sounds like a long time, but it's completely worth 1 year of your life to get your life back. You just have to get out of your comfort zone and seek the help that you need. Now, people who are struggling with my addiction, same addiction as me, that do want to utilize baseball with it. It's just you should still get the treatment like I just said, but also you use that baseball, use basketball, baseball, football, anything like the sport you love most as a distraction to get yourself away from all that. Once you start focusing on something like this plan me and Anthony had, once we got focused on it, we put our minds to it. It's like a new obsession instead of on the drugs. The baseball, make the baseball your obsession. Once you start focusing on it, it's gonna stay in your head. You're gonna get a plan. You're gonna start thinking about like what you could do on the field, like things like that. Like it's just gonna get in. It's gonna be a really good distraction. Maybe play some MLB The Show too. But
you know what? I'm gonna buy MLB The Show, and we're gonna play online, and I'm gonna whoop that ass.
You got Xbox or PlayStation?
Play Duo.
I'm a PlayStation guy.
They added co-op, huh?
I'm a PlayStation guy. You got
PlayStation? Xbox or
PlayStation? PlayStation.
Yeah.
Of course you got fucking Xbox, man.
No, I don't have Xbox. I don't have Xbox.
Fuck out of here.
I'm a PlayStation. I'm a PlayStation guy.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I don't have.
So you know what? Maybe we could do like a nice little tournament. With the joysticks, bro.
Anthony knows.
I'm gonna be honest. The games now for like PlayStation and all that shit is for me. It's too complicated, bro.
Yeah,
you have to you have to move this and then do this and then push this and then push that.
Yep.
I'm like, can I just press X when the ball comes so I can hit the ball? Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. People like see me like my stats when they face me and they're like, oh, it's one of those kids who has no life who's insane at the game.
Oh, so you that good?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't playing you. I'll play that.
Playing against people in that game is like nearly impossible.
Yeah.
There was like 1-0 games. It was like 2 hits. I was like,
listen, I purchased the show right last year, 2 years ago, and I played a couple guys online. I broke the game. I'm like, I ain't even doing this shit no more, bro. Because like, I know these geeks can't fuck with me in real life.
They're probably like 10 years old.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, bro, I'm losing to 9-year-olds. You know what that does to your ego? I just lost to my daughter, bro. Like,
I've seen in live time Anthony put a controller through a TV at MLB.
And shout out to Anthony. I love him already. I was doing the same shit. These games are getting too crazy, bro. Like, you have to hit the box and then the circle when the ball comes. Then you press the button. Then you go here. Then you go there. Nah, bro. Nah.
Dude, when I was in college, we used to play Sega Genesis, NHL like 90.
You old, bro. God
I know. NHL 98 on the Sega Genesis. And there was like this deke move you could do every time to score. Yeah, those were the days.
But that's dope, man, because, you know, at the end of the day, just feed the brain. Stay active. Stay busy. You know, always live righteous.
Yep, for sure.
If you live righteous, you're going to be all right.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And you know, like I said, anytime you need help, you're in the right group now. You know, you got the guys that we don't know you yet like that, but you're part of our brotherhood now.
Yes, sir.
You know? So anything you guys need, we're a phone call away, text message away. I definitely wanted to have you guys on the show because you guys have a good story.
Yep.
And we want to continue to give guys like you guys an opportunity to be great, and just don't let us down, because not everybody gets this opportunity you guys are getting, and
Yep.
no one else is going to give you this opportunity that we're giving you, my brother. And I want you to appreciate it and make sure you take it and ride with it and kill it.
Of course.
Every time I talk to you guys, you guys are respectful. You guys make sure you make it happen, and that's all I ask, Just keep being respectful, young men, and understand that you have a group around you that is powerful, that is going to make sure you guys are successful, not just on the field, but most importantly in life, my brother.
Yep.
To both of you.
And we appreciate everything so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you guys,
Anthony, don't thank me too much, Anthony, because I'm gonna smash you when I see you, dog.
On the field,
I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding. Bro. It's all love. It's all love.
In between the lines, it's a whole different ball game.
Oh, in between the lines, mete mano.
Right.
Look it up. Mete mano.
But I'm looking on the BBA website. Kidding. So you guys open up on the 27th against the Devil Rays. Yeah. That was Alvaro's team, right?
Alvaro's team. Yeah. That's going to be a good matchup. When is that? What 27 lands on what day?
April 27th, Sunday.
Oh, yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there with the camera.
Beautiful website, by the way.
I'll be there.
The BBA, beautiful website. Beautiful.
We got to make sure we got to understand that Dad did our website with the help of me, though, because that was my idea, but he took all the credit.
Jackson, I think, was it you? Yeah, he said.
Actually, is a very impressive looking website.
It's the best in the nation.
It is.
Because we've looked around. That was our main objective. Like, what website can we do that's gonna set the presence compared to anything? Not just in Boston. We don't give it everywhere. And we did our research. We looked around, and we're still tweaking a couple things. But that website. Shout out to Dan. That shit is nasty.
It's fire. It's definitely fire.
All our games are going to be live on there. Yeah, bro. Ooh, it's a wrap.
2025, baby. Yeah, we don't know why more leagues don't. Actually, what's your thoughts on that? Because, you guys are young. You do the Instagram, social media. Yep. Are you surprised that there's more leagues that don't, use social media to their advantage?
Me and Anthony have already started discussing things we could put on the media for the East Coast Doves page.
Yeah.
We're huge on that kind of stuff. We that kind of stuff with social media and stuff like that.
And I ain't gonna front. That's what caught my attention from you guys, regardless of your story. But when we started talking deeper, and you're like, "Oh, I got my girl. She's gonna do this. Yep. I got it." I'm like, "Oh, so they already on the wave that we're on."
Yep.
Because no other league does what we do on social media. Eventually, they're gonna copy and do this and do that. It's fine, whatever. But we're the trendsetters.
Yeah,
we're the trendsetters. You can never beat the trendsetter. You can never beat because we're above and we've already been doing this. So you guys keep doing that because what's gonna happen, and what I tell all the franchises in our leagues is that the more you promote, the more you put content, the more people are gonna gravitate to your organization.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of players, my brother, that has gone through issues that you have that are nasty.
Yep.
And are going to want to play just for you.
Yeah.
Because you can relate to them.
Yep.
So everyone's going to have their own niche. And no one is ever going to judge anybody because they won't be a part of what we're doing if that's a fact. Yep. But keep doing you guys. Keep being great. And start, because you haven't started yet.
Yep.
Start posting on social media. Start holding practices. Start holding tryouts on your own.
Yep.
Start being really active on social media, because the more active you are, the more players are going to gravitate to your network.
Right.
And that's a jewel for anybody watching.
Okay. Yep, we're definitely going to be on that.
I appreciate you guys. Anything else you guys want to say before we let you go? It's been a great interview. I'm going to be honest. This has been one of my favorite interviews because I feel like you guys have touched. Once we start spreading the word and all that, you guys are gonna touch a lot of people, and I feel like you guys, especially you, Jackson, you've gone through a lot and you've been successful, even though you might not think you're at a successful point in your life right now, but you started the point to be successful.
Right.
Because like I told you, not a lot of people would want to be on 30 days rehab and do all this shit. Like, and you did it, bro, and you did it, and you're striving from it.
Yep.
You know, my brother, and always know where you come from. Don't be ashamed where you come from.
Yep.
Remember that. Listen to me. Don't be ashamed of your history, brother.
Of course.
Because once you lose that, you're gonna lose the message.
Right. I tell myself a lot, I'm more proud of where I am than embarrassed of where I was.
Don't be embarrassed, bro. Don't be embarrassed. You're a product of your environment.
Right.
And you came out of your environment and you're doing great right now.
Right. Yeah, thank you so much.
So don't ever look down on yourself. Because in my eyes, you're a hero, bro.
Yep, thank you.
And keep doing what you're doing because you're gonna save lives.
Yep.
And if you take anything out of this interview, moving forward, that should be your objective.
Yep.
Save lives.
Yep.
Because your life was saved.
Of course. Yep.
We would have never had this conversation if you were continuing to go on the path you were going to.
Right, we wouldn't. Exactly.
And now you're here. Hey, now you're here with your puff here and your puff there. You know, and you got the sunglasses looking like fucking Bob Marley's white uncle.
Yep.
We gonna cut that shit, bro.
Okay, all right. You got
much love, guys. Thank you, man. Thank you. Listen,
Thank you.
You got a brother for life in me, man. Anything you need, please reach out.
Thank you.
I'm here for you guys forever, guys.
Thank you so much. You guys have a good one. We appreciate everything.
Guys.
Thank you, my guys. God bless
you again.
All right.
Have a good night.
God bless.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, nothing's
Daniel?
working. Nothing's working.
You see you and your fucking TikTok,
all the graphics, none of the graphics are working.
None of the graphics are working. These guys are frozen. I'm frozen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Oh, it's nice to have a couple younger guys on, get their perspective. Obviously, Jackson's story, so many people can relate with.
That is awesome, man. That is awesome, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, like, if more people could, like, share this and understand, like, this kid is special, you know, and he had a lot of trials and tribulations, and he's trying to do good for his life, and now he's in a position to be a leader, you know? A lot of people that go through situations that he went through, they're like, fuck that, I want to worry about myself. But this man said, no, I'm going to coach a baseball team, and I'm going to make sure I make an impact, you know? And I commend guys like that, you know, and understand that guys that are out there that have the same situation or similar situations, you know, you're just a phone call away to make your life better. You know, that man went to rehab for 30 days. Like, I told him, like, I don't know if I could have done 30 days in rehab, bro. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and he did it, man. And, you know, and the more this show goes on, the more we're going to reach out to players and we're going to know what players are going through. And not every player you see on the field is a bad person. Maybe they had a bad day. But did you know what he went through that day?
Yeah,
you know,
everyone's got a story. Right.
Everyone has bad days. Everyone has a story, and we all got to come together, Dan.
Everyone's struggling with something.
Everyone got demons, bro. Everyone has demons, you know, and I feel like as human beings, we need to be there more for each other, especially now, like this. Now it's so uncertain. Like, I was just having a conversation. The gentleman was 76, and his girlfriend was 70. And they were talking about, like, the issue with Trump and everything that's going on in this country and all that. And they were like, Omar, you should run for government. And I'm like, I'm not doing none of that shit.
Well, clearly you weren't talking to Bill Belichick because his girlfriend's, what, 26?
That's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, like, this times we're in now is uncertain, you know, and it's scary what the future is going to hold like, you know. And I think the more we come together as Americans and as United States citizens or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, we need to come more together. and I hate the fact that we're so divided, and I feel like I wish, and it comes to even the baseball realm, it's so divisive. It's so, this is mine, and you know what I'm talking about, Dan. And
Yep. Yep.
I hate it. I hate it because we did this show to create unity and to give stories like Jackson, and to give stories like Mark with his heart transplants, and to give stories like everyone that's been on this show, and as long as we have this platform, that's what we're gonna continue to do.
We're doing our
Is
part.
show love to everyone in the baseball community. It's not about my leagues. It's about everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's about the baseball community, and we want to make sure everyone knows that you're not alone, and you have a community that cares about you. You feel me? No matter what you're going through in life, because life is delicate. Life is delicate, gentlemen. Mental illness is real. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people killing themselves. There's a lot of people hurting themselves or hurting others because they're not mentally there. And trials and tribulations, we don't know what other people are going through. But if we open up an ear and listen to people and be there for people and be a good Samaritan, to be a human being, be a good human being, and we see how better this country is going to be.
Yeah. And if you think there's someone that has a story they need to share, have them come on our show.
Yeah.
I think we're fully booked for next month. Next week you're away. There'll be no show next week.
I would have done the show next week, bro. But the problem is on Sunday, I don't know what our schedule, because I'm going to a tournament on Tuesday.
It's fine.
I just don't know what time our game's gonna be.
Right.
So I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I don't want to disrespect the show. So
last time
might as well take it off.
The tournament was over on the Sunday.
But that was Puerto Rico, and wait, you know what? We're gonna do this next Sunday because the finals will be at 9 a.m.
Well, we're gonna have to find.
I'll find some. I'll find someone from Florida. You know what? I'm gonna get us someone from Florida on my team, and I'm gonna have that motherfucker in another room, and we're gonna do it because I completely fucked up on the schedule. I thought our finals were on Monday, and then I thought our playoffs were on Sunday, so I thought we were gonna be crazy. So we got time because the playoffs are on Sunday.
All right,
I'll get somebody. We got it.
We'll be the
next. We'll be here next week.
All right,
I promise you.
And then after that, we got Russ Ward, which should be a great episode.
I always see him in tournaments.
Oh my God, these plays. Dude, I like I said, we were talking about the team who has the most championships in Boston. If you're talking about tournament teams, I was like, they have at least 30 plus. He went and corrected me on Facebook. He's like, try 48.
48?
Boston Wolfpack have 48 championships. It's crazy. Every year they seem to win at least one or two, and different age divisions too. Not just like they started out obviously like 28s, 35s, then they get older and they start dominating the 45s and the 50s. Now the 55s.
Shit, I thought I had a lot of championships under my belt.
48. Yeah.
48. Bro, I got 20 championships under my belt.
Yeah, check out. I think it's Boston Wolfpack.
He got twice.
Yeah.
Oh my God damn.
Yeah. I don't know if he's been there for all 48, but he's.
But you know what? He saw me at the airport. He didn't even say what's up. So me and War are gonna have to talk.
Oh, you saw each other at the airport?
Yeah, because when we went to Puerto Rico.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Puerto Rico. I guess he was on the same flight.
Really?
And then we were waiting for the bags to come, and he was with Mark and Johnny, and I was on the side, and he didn't even say nothing to me.
Oh. Maybe he didn't see.
But no. He saw me, but me and him, I don't really know him like that. Like me and him never really talked or anything. Yeah, we competed against each other, but we never really been friends or anything.
Yeah, I played with him 1 year on the Metro Red Sox, and now we play on the Babel 45s together.
The Babel 45s.
But yeah,
how's that league going? You playing again in the Babel 45s?
Yeah. I think I'll be back.
Shout out to my man Paul Harrington, man. Paul Harrington is misunderstood. He works hard. He just wants guys to have a baseball opportunity to play. I get it. He don't have trophies and all that, and he doesn't have the bling. But you know what? At least he gives people an opportunity to play baseball.
Right.
One thing I've learned through this journey, and I was trying to explain that to McKay today, is that we all have our own trials and tribulations while we're here. Hold on, let me show you something. Say hi, baby. Say hi.
Hey.
Good night. Love you, baby.
She could be our
You
guest
know,
next week.
we're gonna. No, I won't be home, but
I know.
you know, and I feel like we've all had our trials and tribulations, and we've all had bumpy roads and all this. And at the end of the day, our main objective should be bringing baseball to the baseball community. Nothing else. Nothing
That's it.
else.
That's it.
All that ego shit should be out the door, you know. And once people figure that out, we're gonna be in a better situation collectively, you know. Because no matter how big any league gets, we're always gonna need each other. We're always gonna need each other, guys. Remember that we're always gonna need each other. So at the end of the day, Dan, I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate everyone that watches every week. We're gonna get a little bit more professional moving forward. We're gonna bring a little couple things. Dan, the office is coming.
I love it. I love it.
I'm signing the lease tomorrow.
Yeah, guests always ask me, where do I have to go for this? It's like, I can just do it from your phone, but how sweet would it be if,
I think it will be awesome. We have a place in Woburn. The office ain't too huge, but we're going to make sure we have a little setup. You know, have a little setup for our peoples to come down. Maybe just one guest at a time, you know what I'm saying? We'll serve you a couple drinks, you know, and have a good time, because this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to create a platform that creates unity amongst our baseball brothers. You know, we're all in this together. We all love the game. We all got to share our stories. There's a lot of people with great stories. You know who I want to get on this show?
Who's that?
I want to get Darwin Hernandez on the show, bro.
Oh, Darwin, yeah. He's got a great story.
Darwin Hernandez might be the best. I can't say the best. Maybe top 3 players I've ever played with or against.
And talk even about after his accident, still.
Bro, talk about a 5-tool player. And I'm gonna see him on Wednesday in Florida. I see him all the time in the tournament. He's gonna. I'm gonna tell him. He gonna because people need to know about that man there, bro.
That's a great story.
That video that goes around with when he got hit by the car, he snapped both his legs.
Oh, and there's a video? I know.
There's a video, bro. There's a video.
Oh,
and bro,
I didn't know
there
was a video of that.
Bro, when I saw the video, I started crying, bro.
Oh, man. I don't know if I want to see it.
Bro, he flipped in the air, and I started crying. I'm like, yo, that's Darwin? They were like, yo, look at Darwin. I'm like, what? I'm thinking like a home run or fucking inside the park home run or some dumb shit, because he's fast as fuck at the time.
Yeah, and if he didn't work as hard, I remember Matt Giblin told me, like, when he used to work at West Roxbury, early in the morning he's going to work. He was a teacher, and Darwin was, like, running the hills, like, doing calisthenics. And
listen, if it was anybody else, accident he had, would have died. Died.
Yep.
That man had both his legs snapped.
It's crazy.
And he's still playing right now.
Yeah.
Hitting home runs. Hitting bombs, bro. And he can only jog lightly to first.
Yeah, it's
and he's
awful.
Bombs.
It's awful to see. Yeah, he still smashes the ball.
You know, but that man's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the best players to ever play in Boston. And that man, we got to get him. And I'm going to talk to him when I'm in Florida. We got to get him on this show, because that's what this show's about. You know, and unless he says, Omar, I don't want to talk about it. No, I'm done with that part of my life.
Yeah.
But knowing him, I think he's going to want to be a part of this show. He's a baseball enthusiast. He loves the game. He respects the game.
He's going to be down in Florida for that?
Yeah, he's playing in the 45s. I'm playing in the 30s. No, actually, he's playing in the 50s. He's playing in the 50s.
So he actually played on my 45s for 1 year, 2 years ago. He played with.
Bro,
so I got to finally be his teammate for 1 year.
Bro, I've never seen a guy go on a pass ball. They throw the first, threw it away. He made it to third, and the ball must have been like, and I was playing first. The ball must have been like 5-10 feet away from me, bro.
Yeah. Well, remember we talked about guys who reached first and was an automatic double. He was definitely one of those guys. And I remember there was one time.
Dan, he was an automatic triple.
Automatic triple. There was this one time though. He would steal all the time. He knew he was going. There was this one time. It was one of my best throws down to second, and I got him. and he just looked like, and he was stunned because he's not used to getting thrown out, and it was just one of those things. I just made a perfect throw, and he was just like dumbfounded, and I kind of was too, but yeah, not a guy that.
Hey, if you have it on video, save it.
I don't have it
Because
on video.
guarantee you, there's not a lot of guys that's ever done that to him.
Stolen off me? Oh.
No, not you. No, not you, ass. Just him, you know. And,
I know.
And to see him like now, and he still has
awful.
the love for the game.
Yeah.
And knowing how like he's limited, and because granted he was a great hitter always, but his legs was the difference of anybody. Like he was so fucking fast. He was the most in shape person I've ever met in my fucking life.
Yeah. And that's what saved his life, I think.
That's what saved his life. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. It saved his life, you know. And I think that's what we need to promote and show the people that these people are fucking. This guy almost died, bro. He was a police in Boston, got ran over by a car chasing a criminal, you know. And then I think a year later, he got his legs fucking, I don't know what with medals and all this shit. And we got to talk to that man. We got to get him on the show, man, because like I said, he's one of the best players.
And then he was back playing baseball. What, in a year? Like.
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, that shows the love of the game, man. Like. That man said, how can I get back to playing baseball?
Yeah, I mean.
And that's what I want people to understand. No matter how successful you are in life, this game brings another level to your life. If you can continue to compete at an older age and still be able to balance your day-to-day life, it's all the difference in the world, guys. I'm telling you. So for the people that watch this show, understand that baseball changes your life. Baseball takes you away from your bullshit, from your boss yelling at you, from your wife yelling at you, from your kids driving you crazy, from your mother driving you crazy. You know, all this bullshit. You come to the baseball diamond, you can be a kid again, man.
Yep.
And Darwin emphasizes all of that.
Yeah.
For me to go, I was in West Palm Beach. I'm in my car fucking cooling down because it's fucking 95 degrees and I'm in my second game. I'm trying to fucking cool down and I see Darwin talking to a bunch of people from fucking Chicago. I'm like, oh shit, Darwin's out here. And he see me, show me mad love, you know, and that's what this brotherhood's about, man.
Yeah, he's
one
guys. Of the good guys. He's stand-up guy.
Please, guys, play the game of baseball, man. This game is great. This game is phenomenal. This game would change your life.
Yep. On that note, you guys can go back to the Oscars. Thanks for tuning in.
Fuck the Oscars. You at the Omars and Danielson.
That's right. So,
well, Daniel, thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Let me know who you come up with.
We're on next week. We're on next week. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to talk to the guys that we have because we have some studs on the team for the Havoc in Florida. We got guys from all over the country, so I'm going to talk to a couple guys, see who wants to be on the show. I'll definitely get you someone on the show for Sunday. We'll definitely be on.
Or Darwin, we'll be on if he's going to be down there.
Oh, right? Yes.
If he's willing.
Because the finals will be, all the finals are at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Beautiful.
So Darwin would, unless he's flying out. If he's flying out that same day, it's different. If he's flying out Monday, I'll get him on the show.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me know.
100%.
When do you leave?
Yes, sir.
When do you head there?
I'm leaving Tuesday at 3.
Nice. Well, have a safe trip. Good luck.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little nervous about flying because of the shit that's going on.
Oh man, I hate flying. Period. Now. Yeah,
I hate flying. I hate flying too. But God is my guidance, and He got my back.
Good. I like it. How about the whole Gene Hackman bullshit? That's another crazy shit. Gene Hackman. Have you heard about what that? His wife.
What happened there?
Him, his wife, and his dog were all found dead.
Yes, what the fuck was that about?
Crazy.
They were saying it was some carbon dioxide.
Well, no, it wasn't. They tested for that. I mean, that would have been.
But he was 95. You know, it's 95.
Yeah, but his wife to die also. She was in her 60s. The dog, I can
You,
get
you
that because I think he was stuck in the. There was 3 dogs, 2 were still alive, but they were outside of a cage. The one that died was in a cage, so I hate to even think of it. He may have died of like starvation or, um, not having any water. But yeah, I mean, that shit's crazy. And then for them to say no foul play suspected, like how can you know, think that off the bat? Like it's random. But that's a whole nother story outside of baseball. But just the world is just a crazy place right now. Are you still there? Did I lose you? I think we lost Omar. So on that note, I guess we'll see you guys next week. We'll figure out who our guest is. We'll let you know. Have a good night, and we'll see you next week.